Have you ever wondered why certain stories send chills down your spine? Why some tales stick with you no matter how unbelievable they seem? Urban legends. Are they just myths, or is there more lurking beneath the surface? From the mysterious man with the hook to haunted roadways and ghostly figures that seem to follow us wherever we go, these legends have a magnetic hold on our imagination. But why do they captivate us? Why do we cling to them, even though they often sound too bizarre to be true? Could it be the thrill of the unknown, the allure of danger, or the simple human need for a good story? Urban legends don't just pop out of nowhere. Many have roots in actual events, old myths, and deeply ingrained fears. Take the infamous killer in the backseat legend. It traces back to real incidents where unsuspecting drivers found themselves in grave danger, all stemming from a primal fear of being watched. Over time, these true stories are woven into the fabric of our culture, twisted and exaggerated until they become something else entirely, something that feels almost real. Ever wondered why we're so drawn to these chilling tales? Psychology explains a lot. Our brains are wired to recognize patterns even when there's nothing there. This is why urban legends seem so plausible. They often contain just enough truth to make us question reality. Throw in a dash of fear and our mind eagerly latches onto it, filling in the gaps with our imagination. One of the most famous urban legends is the Vanishing Hitchhiker, a tale of a lone figure asking for a ride, only to disappear without a trace. But the truth behind this chilling story might surprise you. In many cases, these incidents can be linked to tragic events, a real-life hitchhiker who met an untimely death, leaving behind only the memory of their last ride. The legend then spreads, fueled by a mix of real grief and supernatural fear. Urban legends have evolved. In the digital age, they're no longer just whispered around campfires. With social media, viral videos, and instant messaging, these stories spread like wildfire. Now it's the creepy text or disturbing video that leaves us questioning the safety of our own devices. The terrifying truth? These stories are often based on real-life experiences or designed to exploit our most primal fears. Perhaps one of the oldest and most enduring urban legends is the Hook Man, a tale of a couple parked on a secluded road only to be warned by a radio announcer about an escaped convict with a hook for a hand. The legend's eerie power comes from the truth behind it, fears of violent crime, criminals on the loose, and our vulnerability to danger. But how much of it is rooted in actual incidents, and how much is simply the fear of the unknown? Urban legends aren't just stories we tell each other. They shape our culture, fueling everything from horror movies to viral internet memes. They become part of our collective psyche, influencing the way we think about danger, morality, and even the supernatural. We see them on the big screen, read about them in books, and share them on social media. These stories transcend generations, constantly evolving while still holding on to their core elements of fear and mystery. Clowns, once symbols of joy and laughter, have become a disturbing figure in modern urban legends. The killer clown stories often focus on strange encounters with menacing clowns lurking in the shadows. But what is the truth behind the fear? It's tied to a deeper unease about the unpredictable nature of clowns, often used to mask true intentions. And in some cases, these stories are based on actual criminal incidents, amplifying the horror we feel when we encounter such figures. The Slender Man is one of the most modern and terrifying urban legends to emerge in recent years. Originating as an internet meme, the legend quickly morphed into something much darker. What started as a fictional image on a website became a cultural phenomenon, inspiring real-world consequences. But how did a simple online creation fuel such fear and violence? The truth is, the myth's spread tapped into deep psychological fears about the unknown, and the influence of internet culture on young minds. Media plays a huge role in how urban legends spread. The line between fact and fiction often becomes blurred when journalists sensationalize stories, adding layers of intrigue and fear. When a bizarre event occurs, the media jumps at the chance to report it as if it's something out of the ordinary, giving these myths even more credibility. It's not just about telling a story, it's about fueling a narrative that captures the public's attention and imagination. Bloody Mary. A name whispered by children daring each other to repeat her legend in front of a mirror. But what's the truth behind this creepy urban legend? Some believe the myth stems from a historical figure, a woman who was wronged in life and is now trapped in the mirror, seeking revenge. Over time, the story has morphed, becoming a rite of passage for kids and a chilling challenge to test one's bravery. But what if the real horror lies in the fact that the story is a product of our deepest fears about the supernatural? Why do these stories persist, generation after generation? What makes urban legends so irresistible that we can't help but pass them on? Perhaps it's our need to explain the unexplained, to find meaning in the mysteries of life. These stories are more than just scary tales, they're a reflection of our fears, our curiosity, and our shared experiences. Even in today's modern world, these stories endure, showing us that some fears never fade. They simply change form. At what point does a myth become a fact? Many urban legends are based on real events, twisted over time by exaggeration and fear. The line between fact and fiction is often blurry, and sometimes the truth behind these stories is even stranger than the legends themselves. What's certain is that urban legends reflect our collective anxieties about crime, danger, the supernatural, and the unknown. Urban legends remind us that even in an age of scientific discovery and technological advancements, there are still mysteries that we cannot fully explain. These tales have an enduring power because they tap into something deep within us, our need for stories, for meaning, and for the thrill of the unknown. Whether they are based in truth or completely fabricated, these stories hold a grip on our collective imagination. And as long as we tell them, the myths will live on. If you enjoyed uncovering the untold truth behind these urban legends, don't forget to subscribe. Stay with us for more fascinating stories, strange mysteries, and thought-provoking tales. Who knows what we'll uncover next? Until then, stay curious, and always question the stories you hear.